his uncle, his brother-in-law. He passed away in his daughter's home in New Rochelle, his daughter, Lauren, on Monday night, very late Monday night. מזמור לדוד, אדוני אלוהי ונשא, ונאות דשא ירביצני המנוחות לענני. נפשי ישועבד, גנחנן רק לצק למען שמו. גם כלב בגצמה ולא ירא כי אתה עמדי. שבתך ומשכנתך המה ינחמוני. תהלוך לפני שולחן נגד צור וישנת בשם אנושי כסר ויה. אך טוב החסד ירדפוני כל ימי חיי, ושבתי בבית עמי לרחמים. In this past capital of Tehillim, we said, that God is our shepherd. We should not want. In my brother-in-law Saul's lifetime, he was a shepherd. He was a shepherd to so many people. He tutored thousands of bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs. And he was the consummate chazan for 40 years. A giant, absolute giant. Everyone loved him. He can relate, he was able to relate to a 5-year-old and a 95-year-old. That they all found something in common with him. His tenderness, his love. In the eulogies in Hewlett yesterday, they kept referring to him as strong. That was a good characterization of Saul. He fought many battles in his lifetime. He served in the army, and he was released from the army as a captain. And I remember personally praying in the Lido Beach synagogue, and he prayed in Bethel. And so I finished a little earlier than him. So I was walking about a couple of hundred feet in front of him. And then all of a sudden I hear somebody racing behind me. And it was Saul. And he says, "Come with me." So he turns me around, and we're running. Then all of a sudden we find five hooligans that apparently said some not kind anti-Semitic words to him. So he grabbed the boy, and he said, "What did you say before?" And the boy stammered. I can't remember. Let's get out of here, guys. That was Saul. He never backed down from any issues. Whatever he felt was right, that he kept his position. I was again, hakarat haTorah that I personally owe to Saul. About 45 years ago, he and my sister Emma, Chana, were in Jerusalem, in the King David Hotel. And all of a sudden, a young girl comes by, and they recognize the young girl from Bradley Beach, and they say, "Are you from Bradley Beach? Is your name Shulman?" And she says, "Yes." So Saul and my sister, they tell that young lady, I have a brother in Bradley, in Brooklyn. His name is Ezra. Can I give him your phone number? And I'm married to that lady 44 years right now. So he did me a favor 45 years ago, and I'm returning the chesed. And we know that's what life is all about. We always have to repay a kindness with a kindness. We saw that in the past parashiyot, where Moshe didn't perform some of the makot, because he had to hit the water, and the water saved him when he was in the little crib. And also when God instructed them to hit the sand, he couldn't hit the sand. Again, hakarat hatov, because he buried the Egyptian in sand. So I personally am fulfilling a hakarat hatov. God gave me the opportunity to escort him from New York and to be here now, and then to escort him to his final resting place. It says, we're going to be reading it, and Rashi brings it down. Chacham lev yikach mitzvot. All the Bnei Israel, when they were about to leave Egypt, they all went around gathering diamonds and jewels and gold and so on and so on. What did Moshe do? He went and he got the bones of Yosef. So that's what Saul was all about. He always looked to do mitzvot, to help out the person, the widow, his brother Jackie. His brother Jackie told the story yesterday at the Levaya in New York. On Yom Kippur night, we're looking forward to Kal Nidre, but God bless Saul that did it for over 40 years professionally in Long Beach. So comes the evening of Yom Kippur, and Saul hears about one of his community members that got locked up somehow. 3 hours before Kal Nidre, most chazanim, most cantors are busy getting their voice in tune. They're taking a rest. What did Saul do? He ran immediately to the police station, and he begged the judge, he begged the police captain to please let this particular community member free for Yom Kippur. And he did fulfill that particular wish, and the particular community person was released to serve Yom Kippur in a synagogue rather than in prison. I could go on for hours and days telling about some of the wonderful things that he did. And people always called him by Saul. Instead of he didn't pursue the very anal person that didn't pursue the greatness. He loved life. He loved getting up in the morning and walking on the Long Beach boardwalk. He loved life. He loved being around people, joking, great sense of humor, and for sure we're all going to miss him. He loved Israel. And that's why the family decided, and he decided many years ago, that this was going to be his final resting place. And hopefully, he was the cantor for so many years, bringing the prayers up to God. So that'll be another one of his tafkidim, that he'll have to bring the Mashiach and awaken everybody that's passed away over the years when the Mashiach comes. He loved music, and he played music, he wrote music, he wrote a lot of plays. Such a well-rounded person, and loved his wife, my sister Emma, loved his 2 children, Lauren and Keith, loved my parents, his in-laws, certainly loved his father and mother. They used to have such a wonderful time together when they would get together. He was dedicated to every Jew and every Jewish cause. When Jonathan Pollard, he was one of the forefront people to always keep the issue of Jonathan Pollard up front. Wherever there was a Jewish cause, he was always there to be writing the newspapers, contacting the radio, and so on and so on. He loved every single Jew. Again, איך נפלו גיבורים? A giant, and we're all going to miss him in his levaya. In his levaya in Yulit, he had close to 1,000 people, coming to bid him farewell. So loved, and everybody gathered here today, I'm sure, is going to miss him, because he had an impact. He had an impact on so many people. Tzadik ata Adonai v'yashar mishpatecha. Tzadik amo b'chol derachav v'chassid b'chol ma'asav. Tzidkatecha tzedek b'olam v'toratecha yamet. Mishpatei Adonai yamet tzadeku yatav. Ba'ashir devad ben ha-shiton umi lo מה תעשה, והוא באחד ומי ישבנו מן השור יביטה ויעש. קטון וגדול, שם הוא ועבד חופשי לאדוניו. הם בעבודה לא יאמין ובמלאכיו ישים תהולה. אף כי אנוש רימה ובן אדם תולעה. עצו תמים פרעולו, כי חוד אליך משפט. אל אמונה בן עוול צדיק וישר הוא. דיין האמת, שופט צדק ואמת, מרות דיין האמת ככל ושמרתיו צדק ואמת. Say Kaddish.
Hold on a second. I said Mishnah.
Yeah.
Okay, just thank you.